Hey guys, my name is Ariel McGuire. I have been living and fighting in Thailand for about 6 years now, but I was first introduced to Muay Thai in 2015. So now it's been about 10 years that I've been in this community. And today I want to talk about women in Muay Thai and some of the things that we have faced in the past and some of the issues that we're currently facing today. So in the very beginning, and I will be a little brief with this, in the very beginning, it was kind of hard for women to find opportunities. A lot of times it would just be here and there in the countryside, maybe stadiums, and there wasn't a huge opponent pool. So you will see women fighting the same person multiple times. It was very normal to fight someone between 5 to 8 times because there wasn't as many women involved with Muay Thai. Fast forward a little bit, we had some bigger promotions going on in Bangkok. Women still weren't allowed to fight on these promotions, and eventually they started getting introduced, which was really cool, but we still were not allowed to fight at some of the really big stadiums. Fast forward a little bit. Now, within the last handful of years, we have been allowed to fight at these stadiums where we previously could not even go in and touch them, but we still have a lot of issues. So throughout all of this time, regardless, it's been lower opportunities, lower pay, not a lot of opponents to choose from, and it's starting to grow now. A lot of women have been working extremely hard to earn their place within Muay Thai. And it's disappointing to see that we are still getting paid a lot less than our male counterparts. Another issue is that we are supposed to be going underneath the ring, which I understand is part of tradition. Originally, this was a superstition type thing, but if we are allowed to fight at these stadiums where we could not touch it, we're fighting now. Why is it also important that we go under when our male counterparts are going over? I've actually heard a few different stories about this. One of my Muay Thai coaches or crews in the past explained it with a story with a king. I won't get into that, but the main point is that there is some superstition about women and their menstruation. So it was deemed or seemed unlucky if the woman went over the ropes. It was more lucky if the woman went underneath the ropes. Maybe there's some other versions out there, but the long story short, it was better overall if the woman went underneath. And as you know, Muay Thai is very traditional, so this has continued on for a very long time. However, I just don't see if with modern times, things are changing. We are able to have fight opportunities, fight in really, really amazing stadiums, world-class stadiums, that we're hanging on to this superstition as well. Of course, I go under the ropes when I fight because Muay Thai is also about respect, and I respect the cultural norms, the standards, but I do also want to see a change. I don't see why there would be an issue with women going over top of the ropes. Another issue is that in some stadiums as well, a lot of stadiums, we're being forced to fight for 2 minutes when men are fighting for 3 minutes. 2 minutes is really not enough time to really showcase all of the skill and talent that we have, that we work really hard for. And we can put on just as good of fights as the men, you know? The other thing as well is in some of the big promotions, there's a very huge limit on weight classes. So I also think about what about the women that are a little bit higher weight, that are extremely talented? They can't have opportunities. If you look at one of the biggest promotions right now, they only have 2 weight classes. So even for myself, I've been practicing this for years. I have a certain level of skill. If I wanted to fight on this promotion, I have only 2 options to choose from. So I either have to cut a ton of weight or choose to fight someone bigger. This is extremely limiting for a lot of the women who work really hard and have high aspirations. So as you can see, we have a lot of issues we're still dealing with. But on the positive side, I'm really thankful to see that we have a lot of progression going on, going from nearly nothing to now we have a lot of different options to choose from. But with that being said, there still is a lot of work to be done, because even as I am witnessing these fight cards right now, maybe one female fight on that card, sometimes 0. Of course, on random occasions, maybe there's 2 female fights, but it's still much more saturated by men, and there's a lot of women out there that are hungry for these opportunities.